So you can see this number that's right above here that's been incrementing as I've been looking over the inspection results. You can see this number counting up. And what we want to do is we want to get in a position where the service writer lets this number count up until it doesn't count up any higher. And if 20 minutes elapses from the time that you've sent the results to him, that's when you're going to get this nice little phone pop up on here. The way I like to use this phone is if you click on the phone, it's going to pop up and show you the customer's number. If you call it and you don't get a live human, press cancel and just leave the phone on it. If you call it and you get a live human, then what we want to do is we want to come over here and click OK. And what you're going to see is a nice check mark on there, and it's going to move back over here the way you'd expect. At this particular point in time, we should see waiting for approval on here. The next thing we want to do is after work has been approved, then what we want to do is we want to come down here and we want to mark it waiting for work finished. Click OK. It's again going to verify that all these jobs that are added on here are what we want the technician to actually do. What we're going to be able to do is watch the technician mark the jobs done on his tablet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my tablet. I'm going to mark a few jobs done. Stretch this out a little bit bigger so you can see. And as I'm marking jobs done, what I'd like you to do is watch these numbers here change. So I'm going to mark my oil and filter lube 100% done. I'm going to mark my scan computerized controls 100% done. You're going to see now that everything is come back through here and is marked completely done. You can see on the tablet it said all the jobs are complete. And you got this nice green check mark. And again, we want to look on the top here to make sure that there's nothing else that needs to be done. After work is finished, the technician is going to do his final submit. He's going to put his out mileage if you're set up to require that. You're going to mark all work complete and press OK. And at that time, it's going to be gone off of his tablet. And so let me get this out of the way. The next step for the service advisor is to come over here, open it up, make sure everything is marked complete by the technician. It's got them nice black dots on it. Do whatever kind of updating they need to get everything into the management system. If they've got to update any parts prices, they can go ahead and click the work order update button to go ahead and bring back all the clock time and job assignments in Protractor, bring it back into the management system. Then they're going to move it over to waiting for pickup. It's going to open one last window, let the service writer see and prepare the next service reminder before it ever goes to the customer. We didn't do these two jobs, so the pictures and so on are going to be repurposed. They can click on the bell icon and see what the next reminder is going to look like that's going to go to the customer before it ever goes out to him for the reminder date. And you can see that's got the customer's profile picture on it. Here's the serpentine belt on it. Here's the information with pictures. They can learn more about it, again, by clicking on this. They can come through here and they can say on the next visit, I would like to discuss my options, or maybe later. So again, this is a great way to do a quick check on what that reminder is going to look like. And then they'll go ahead and press close. The repair order is going to disappear off the today's vehicle technician view, and it's going to be available in the workflow view. And again, bear in mind that we want to be able to use both of these views separately, and we don't want to wait for any page reload. So having them both open where you can toggle back and forth between them real quickly is a great tool to have. So let's follow up what we're finishing up here. What we want to do is make sure that we understand going forward is to get everybody to start working together as a team in the shop environment. We know that in a lot of shops, technicians don't get paid to do inspections, but they do get paid by doing the work that the inspection produces. And again, by working together, we want to make sure that the techs and service writers start working together as a team. The technicians starting the process by doing a good inspection, putting the red arrow on it, which is their digital finger, putting some notes on it and so on, and giving that service writer some great content to not only have great documentation so that the way estimate everything, but also be able to send it to the customer. There's no reason for the technician to over or under recommend, because if the process is every vehicle gets inspected, everything the technician prescribes and documents the need should be estimated and presented to the customer. And if it doesn't get approved today, it's no big deal, because we're going to be repurposing the inspection content on the next reminder that goes to the customer. The technicians are now in control of their own destiny by working together with the service advisor to put the customer in a position of authorization through education, moving that customer where they're in the mood to buy rather than feeling like they have to defend themselves from a high pressure sales. Anytime we can give the customer the ability to make educated buying decisions based on the content we send them, that's a great place to be in. Let the technicians witness the way you're doing this at the counter with a customer if you can. If not, maybe send these inspection results to their own device, let them take a look at it. Or maybe in a shop meeting, open up some inspection results and let your team criticize each other's work in a positive manner on what can we do better with these pictures, circles, and arrows and so on to make this more educational to the customer in terms the customer could understand, not in technician lingo. So these are some exercises for you to do to go back when you go back to your shop and start working with your staff. As the implementer, your job is to learn today and then immediately start training your staff, and that'll be some great reinforcement for you. We want to make sure that everybody knows that using the internal chat communication is the #1 way to save time, so that way there is no wasted time and there's great documentation. And again, you can see that yellow arrow on it, or a yellow area in the highlight here, and that is telling the service writer exactly where the part needs to be added or the adjustment needs to be made, so they don't have to read the entire repair order. Basically, just tapping on the smart chat icon right on the labor line that the change needs to be made is going to highlight it in bright yellow for the service advisor.